I got a surprise for you. He's back! Welcome back, YouTubers, gunners, and subscribers. You feel that energy, baby. It's here. It's here. We've got content. We've got a machine to build. First and foremost, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for believing in me. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for standing up for me. Thank you for praising me for whatever good deed I've done for you. Thank you so much. I'm a simple kid. I don't mind the pat on the back. I'm not in this for the money. I'm not in this for the clout. I do this for good karma. Welcome back, YouTubers, gunners, and subscribers. We finally have the AK-47 back in the garage. Now, if you're wondering, why didn't you collect the content from yesterday about bringing the car here? Nerve-wracking experience. Big shout out to my boy Ray. Huge shout out to Gus and the whole staff over there. I'm going to put his Instagram in my description so that maybe if you guys have any inquiries about redoing your chassis, you just reach out to Gus. He answers the DMs. Again, here goes Aki again, making connections. You are A, I am B. Whoever I co-sign for is C. I'm just making connections. I don't make money off of it. There's not like some kind of kickback that I get from every job. And if you're wondering the cost on this car, I get my final count. So far, I've sent $6,000. I owe a few more bucks. He's going to send me that total, and then I'll give you the exact cost breakdown on how much this car took to get to this point. We're here. We have a few things to discuss. I hope you guys are excited. I hope you guys are anxious for more content. I'm trying to pump out as many videos as possible per week. But if you can do me a favor, if you love this channel, if you love me, if you love the positivity, if you love the energy, comment a gun below. Let's start gunning. All right, now. All right, guys. All right, guys. All right. All right, so. All right. All right, guys. Yep, all right. All right, guys. All right. All right, so. Okay, boys. You got something to say, 40?
Yeah. Hi.
Well, that's it. The AK-47 is home, guys. And boy, does it look amazing. Now, again, have to be very, very careful with how we assemble this machine. So what I ended up doing was taking some cardboard, putting it on the posts just so nothing can get scratched. We keep this thing, you know, as fragile as it is right now, especially with the temperature in here. I have to be very careful. So I also have to be careful with taping the car. Sometimes that glue sticks way too much, and what it does is it ends up peeling some of the clear off. So a trick that my boy Ricky taught me was you take a piece of tape and you rub it like on your leg, so that you can take some of the glue off. But anywho, I want to show you something very important. Here we go. This is the part number for the EG subframe bolts. Here we go. So screenshot that. You can get these at like hondaparts.com. This is the short ones. It'll tell you how many are required. Then you've got the long ones, and that's the part number on the long ones. So we're gonna get this guy on. We also have to speak about this fucking crazy intervention from MDP. I'm gonna break down the subframe differences from EG and DC2, because you would almost think that you have a EG subframe and you can just simply bolt on a manual rack. Not that easy. You're gonna end up with that baggy bracket. And my boy MDP, Albert Marty down in Florida, figured it out. So we're gonna discuss that. Let me get all my ducks in a row. Let me get my tools out. We've got content, folks. We have a car to build. I'm excited. Motor's here. Headers are coated. All the other nice powder coated stuff is there. The suspension is upstairs. Maybe we'll talk about how we're gonna attack this car, like which bases, but I think the first thing we're gonna do is get this subframe on. But before we do that, we'd have to explain the rack. So remind me in a second, because I'm gonna start getting all my stuff together. But remind me. Okay, so while I'm waiting for Seb, he's on his way. Once it's raining outside, it's hard for him to get work because he's a truck driver. He's an owner operator. He has a triaxle, so he really doesn't have much to do. So he's like, hey, I just want to come around a little bit more and help you out as much as I can, and I love and appreciate him for that. So while I'm waiting for him to come by with the for a helping hand with the subframe, because again, I'm really treading lightly here with scratches and stuff like that. I went ahead and put the Downstar firewall plugs. So big shout out to Frank Downstar, Bolt Hardware Kit Company. Sells a lot of cool stuff like these firewall plugs, and that black is a great contrast of what I'm trying to do with this car. So if you pay attention to it, it's gonna honestly just be, Milano red, gold, and black, and then there's going to be a little bit hints of silver, which is almost like a billet color. Like, remember when we were putting together the Exhibit K and I was trying to explain it? But that black just did so much for this firewall, right? Look how, because almost like everything looked like that, and then that black just threw it off. But I mean, what combination has ever looked whack in black and red, or red and black? It doesn't matter. Yeah, just figured I'd get through that, put some firewood on to warm up the garage. It's a good vibe. Got some music going, got my tools, got the bogies, the bogatastics, and that's it. Just giving you a small little hint of what's coming up. All right, well, my help is here. Thank you, Seb. Seb, say hi.
What's up, everybody?
I'm saying, like, you should put your hand in front of the camera and be like...
What's up, everybody?
All right, so I want to explain something really important. There's a lot of people that end up getting screwed at the end with ordering a bracket or a manual rack because they don't understand what subframe they have. Now I wish I had an EG one to show you the difference, but I can point it out for you to where you could recognize it on your own. So if you swing over here, Sebi, this is a DC2 subframe. Now how do you tell automatically it's a DC2? You're going to have these 4 slots here, these 4 thread points, for that factory Acura Integra brace. But also the EG-EX came with this also. Did I explain that right? I explained it right. Okay, you might get confused. If you don't see these, then you definitely have an EG one, and this shouldn't concern you. But most likely, since the Integra is more common, you're gonna see this curve here. That's when you know you have a DC2. The EG one is completely flat. It doesn't have this hump here. Now, why am I explaining that? DC2 subframe with an EG manual rack. Does it bolt up? Yes, it does. Where will you run into an issue? On the bracket. Now, Albert Marty, my boy down at MDP, he made these brackets, right? Now this is an Integra DC2 bracket, but when you're using a manual steering rack, look, it's baggy. It's not gonna let it sit. So most people would do some butcher shit and put tape around here and whatnot and try to fill that. We corrected that. This is the only one that exists, believe it or not. EG rack fitment, right? With the holes to line up to the DC2. Because again, now the baggy one is gonna fit, right? Perfectly. But now look how wider that diameter is. Look how much bigger that is. It was gonna be baggy on the manual rack. Now this has a little bit of a tight fitment, but now look, it's gonna hug here, the manual EG rack, and it's going to bolt here perfectly. And it's slotted, so just in case you got to move it up and down. Big shout out to Albert Marty. This is a very innovative part, believe it or not. It took us almost 3 months to kind of figure out how to get this done. He also sells the steering column, basically boot replacement with the billet one. This thing is badass, really, really precise. So this is gonna go up against the chassis like that. We have our factory Honda gasket. That's the part number right there. This is getting very hard to find also. So that's gonna sit there against the chassis nice and clean. And look how it fits over here, Sebi. Nice and flush. Money. Big shout out to MDP, Albert Marty. You can find him. I'll put his Instagram in the description if you want to reach out for one of these. But this is a very crucial part right here, because the majority of you are buying DC2 ones, and then when it's time to put your EG manual rack, you're running into that situation where you're fighting brackets. This guy solved the issue with one bracket right here. So it fits the diameter of an EG steering manual rack with a DC2 bolt pattern. What do you think, Seb? That was explained pretty good?
Nailed it.
All right. So what we ended up doing was putting anti-seize in the threads and then loosen the compliance arms. So we'll sit it on the third man here. We'll jack up. Nice and easy. We'll take our time. If you're wondering why there's tape, why there's not tape, we're afraid to peel the clear. This paint again is super fresh. Me and Seb are anxious to start working, so we're not going to wait a couple of days. We'll do it live! You know who that was, Seb? Mm-hmm. Bill O'Reilly.
Never heard of him.
One of the best clips. We'll do it live! I think one of his producers messed up. Jesus Christ, we're going to be here for a while, mate.
That's right. How your arms feeling?
We don't need the gym today, buddy. We don't need the gym today. So what we want to do is get these long 19s in first, pause, so we could just simply move it around where we need to. So you should be getting close, Sebi. Mm-hmm. So it's either you hold the rack or get ahead. Well, no, we messed up. You need to put an extension. I have this. I got this. You need to put an extension, a long extension on the gun for the 19. So 3/8 extension, because you have to go through the control arm. So don't use the gun first. Use the extension with the 19 to start the thread. Perfect. Okay. So now hold it. I have to bring it up more. You're going to be short on your side. Hold on. No, wait. I got you. I got you. Let me help you. All right. Try it right there. You should start threading. Okay, that's threading. Beautiful. We put anti-seize in there too, just to make life much easier. I need the extension. It's in your pocket. Watch my tools, bro. Watch my tools, bye. Pause. That's definitely a pause. Okay. We're almost. Oh my God. Anti-seize is a miracle, right? Okay, you got it? Mm-hmm. Let me just give it a little bit of tension so we can get rid of the third man. How you guys doing? Did you hit like? Okay. Guess what, Sebi? You can let go of that third man, my boy. Let me get this wood out of here, boss. Nice. Okay. Subframe is on right now. So what we'll do is we'll start to just move around the compliance arm. Make sure that the other 19s have anti-seize on them. And get this thing bolted up. Fairly easy, right? And just like that, Sebi, it's on. what I was telling Seb was the people that work with techniques, they'll never have to sweat. So the technique is to work easy, work calm. Most people would get, all shooken up that they're missing a bolt and they're gonna scratch it. Nah, you just use technique. So the subframe again is on. It looks beautiful too. It looks beautiful off that red, dude. Look at that. Yeah. So again, I'm not gonna fully tighten anything. I haven't hammered down on nothing. I'm most likely gonna torque some of those compliance bolts, but that's pretty much it. And that steering rack we'll be able to put on today. But I think we're gonna move. What do you? You know what? I think we should just knock this out, so we could just have the front pretty much completely done. All right, guys, let us start setting up on how we're gonna. I gotta find these 17s. They're kind of special because they have like a long space in between with a washer, but we'll figure that out. How's that look, guys? How's that look? Money or money? Okay, so that factory gasket where I shared that part number is in. Remember that it slides up first into the slot here on the chassis, and then you slowly kind of like gotta ripple this back into position. Pause. So that's ready. Our rack is pretty much ready. Again, I'm gonna use some ugly bolts for now, but now I'll be able to go online, go to like Honda Parts. I think it's HondaPartsNow.com, and then I'll be able to pull up all the part numbers that I need, and I'll get these two factory 17. It's like a 17 head with a 14 millimeter pitch. I gave it to you, Subby. It's over there. Okay. So this is the factory bolt here. Now, again, 17, 14. So we'll start placing that with the MDP. Damn, that thing's pretty, right, Seb? Jesus Christ, I can't wait to see it. Let's just get that rack on. Oh, that's nice. Look at that. It's going to seal pretty good. I'm just going to let this sit right here, okay? So I have my 17s that I'm going to use here. The Myers lean motor mounts, it braces off of the subframe and the rack. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the bottom one so I don't have to remove it until I get the new bolt. But pretty much we'll go something like this, right? Try to keep this guy in this pocket. Then that 17 should line up. There it is. Then I'll be able to move this down. Again, I want that to sit in the pocket. There, something like that. Okay. Not bad, huh? It's gonna look real good. Car's falling together, Sebi. So now we have our bracket. And again, what I was trying to explain was, if we would have used the other bracket, this would have been baggy. So now what happens is, we have the right diameter, and I'll be able to show you in a second. Give me 1 second, Seb. You see, that's solid on this side. Remember, I only have one bolt here, but that's it. It's in. This MDP bracket did its job. Great job, Albert. You're the man, my boy. All right, buddy. All right, guys. Our coilovers, our rear control arms, our rear trailer arms are on. I'm using these 14s as just, just for installation purposes. But I'm going to end up just buying a whole bunch of Honda 14 millimeters. First one I'm going to put on is this guy here onto the coilover. I'm running a K2 and K2. FCS trailer arms, FCS rear control arms. So let's just see, line this guy up. The old dreaded camera strikes again. I need to turn this coilover just a cut here. Ah, there it is. crazy, right? The camera is on. Okay. That's done, right? Cut that guy off here. Now the reason for this is so you don't lose the spherical. So that's gonna swing out. I'm gonna be able to lift this arm up, come down and around like that. Guess what, Seb? The back suspension, the back of the car is done. Just got to put a radiator back here, but that's it. 2 17s go up into here. We did both sides, pretty much. So if you notice over here, I don't know how the lighting is, Seb. These are pretty clean 14 millimeters. They have like that light tint green to them. So I'm gonna just order 6 of these and then just replace all of them. Then I'm gonna order these 17s and replace all of them. But now I'll be able to write down the checklist of what bolts I want to change. And you know, with a car like this, you don't want to use like a bolt that looks like this, Sebby. You know, that's gonna affect the build. And over here, look how dirty that is. I mean, could have gave it a wipe or not, but this car is gonna have so much detail in it. And again, we're not rushing. Gonna order some factory 17s for the rear, factory 14s for the front. I got a shit ton of 14 millimeter nuts, but this is pretty much done. So what did we do so far? Wall plugs from Downstar. We put the subframe up. We used the MDP for the steering rack. I think we can probably, I don't know if we can just set up the shifter. We could probably just set up the shifter with the Finishing Lines staging brake. What a nice kit too. I got to show you guys that. But what I'm afraid of is going too fast. Did a lot today and it's only been out, what, 2 hours of work, if that? Not even.
If that.
Car's literally falling together. Perfect. All right, let's figure it out.
Over there.
This dude almost left it at the wrong house. This is the Tato Bien cart, a lean stand. Tried yelling at him to tell him he's going into the wrong house. I could tell that box from a mile away. 213. That's me.
Just keep gunning.
Yes, sir.
See your signature?
Yes, sir. Nice.
What's your...
Aki.
Okay.
AKI.
Thank you, man. Have a good one.
Thank you. You almost brought it to the wrong place, right?
No, I didn't know the delivery.
Oh, that looked like the same box. Oh boy, big shout out to Tato Bien, man. He made this this cart in dedication to the AK-47, and also his brother passed away in Puerto Rico, got shot 96 times with an AK-47. Tato Bien. I love you, man. I love you, man. God bless you. Thank you so much. What a beautiful cart. So I think it's got, you know, where we can lay our tools down in here. Look at the craftsmanship on this, Sebby. Look at the craftsmanship on this. Scoozy. So we definitely got firewood for later. Gonna end up taking this out. Maybe we'll put that motor on this stand either tomorrow or maybe do it later on today. But finally here. What a great cart. What a beautiful cart. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate you. Tell you one thing, bro. Customer satisfaction with this guy.
Second to none.
Second to none. Shows you where to remove the screws. Pause. Assuming that's the top. Pull up. Pull up.
Pull up, man.
Are we missing a screw? What we got here? This guy definitely had an awesome arts and craft class, probably. Alright. Okay, time to bring out the old... Oh, hold on. Something's going on here. I know what time it is, sir. Keep the camera going.
Oh boy.
Keep the camera going. Definitely. We got firewood, folks. We got firewood.
Kind of out of breath just watching.
It's a lot of work, right? Hey, you gotta appreciate it, man. This guy, he enjoys his craft, bro. He enjoys his craft. There's not a lot of people that enjoy what they do. This man does. He's so hard to get a cart from. He's backed up like 8 months. This dude's special, man. He built his own. Sneak away. Sneak away here. That one has he bought some Downstar hardware to match the car. What a nice person. What a nice man. Oh, he switched the wheels up. Ready? Wow. What a nice cart. I don't know, Tato King. You might have outdid yourself with this cart, my brother. This might be your greatest cart you've ever made. Unbelievable. We thought that padding was the cushion for that until I looked down. It's so you know, can place your tools and everything without scratching nothing. Wow, unbelievable, man. Rest in peace to your brother. I can't thank you enough for being my friend. I can't thank you enough for being a gunner and believing in the movement. I also can't thank you enough for the firewood. We really needed that. But I can't wait to see that motor on this stand. It's going to be leaning forward a little bit, so that's going to look cool. That header's going to stick up a little bit more. Pause. But guys, take a look at this cart. Great craftsmanship. Almost the same color as the AK. Damn near identical. I said this on a live once. Get rid of friends for cheap. Best in the business, folks. Best in the business. Big shout out to Finishing Lines. So the shifter plate is on. For aesthetics, we're putting on the staging brake, because I have to order some bushings for my factory shifter. You know, the little aluminum washers that go on all four corners. So we're just putting that there. This also is going to have basically an emergency cable. So it's got a hydraulic lock that's going to lock the back brakes, so I don't have to leave the car in gear. Well, what a beautiful piece, Sebi. Goes so well with the car too. Really, really nice. Comes complete just like this. He gives you everything. That hard line's already shaped to the way that it needs to be. But yeah, you know what's crazy, Seb, is that we can put the brake booster on right now. We can put the clutch master on right now. I honestly feel like we're going a little too fast. We've done a lot today. How about this? How about we put on the brake and clutch master cylinder, and we'll end work for today, because we're just going a little too quick. But oh my God, how beautiful does that look in here? Look at that. Jesus Christ. Great job, Finishing Lines. Best in the business. Trust me. So this stuff comes with all the provided hardware. So all these studs, I just went over them and made sure that they were tight. So you want to do all of that and not in the car. So this is the clutch master cylinder that he makes. This is the brake master cylinder that Finishing Lines make. So now I went over all of these nuts and bolts and these studs. These are all tight. I have to tighten these two, and I'm golden. All right, that's a 12. Just make sure that's good. It's money. Use the open end on this side. And it's almost ready for installation. So it's going to have two 12mm nuts to hold this, and then 4 here. Basically these, and we'll be done with that part. But I just want to make sure that it goes so well with the car. Let me just show them something real quick, Sebby. Look at this, guys. How's your lighting? Money? Look at this. Look how good it looks off this firewall. Are you kidding me?
Show them. Show them. Show them.
You're good, Seb.
Can y'all see what the fuck I'm doing?
Keep it going. I just don't want to lose this, so this is the adjuster. We'll just put that back on so we don't lose it. And then me and you will tighten these 6 12 mils. But for the most part, that's done. You know what? Keep it going. Why not? Here you go. Keep it going. This is your 4. Brake master's coming up. This one we don't have to release. Get that camera. You good? Do your thing.
How we looking, Gunners? Comment below. How we looking? How we looking? How we looking? Oh yeah. We can't open this? No, it's up. Oh, my boy already thought about it. Pour it through there. Money. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. I don't know, man. This thing is starting. This is day 1. This is day 1. Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? How's it look from inside? Pause. Oh, yeah. That's the stuff dreams are made of right there. What a beauty. What a beaut.
All right, Gunners, we are putting this operation to a halt. We are kind of going a little too quick here. Brake master's in. Clutch master's in. Subframe is on. Steering rack is on. Rear trailer arms. Rear coilovers. Rear lower control arms. Shifter plate staging brake is on. Firewall plugs from Downstar. So you picked up a couple of gems in today's vlog. You picked up the MDP stuff. You picked up the finishing line stuff. I'm going to do a full brake tuck on this car and a breakdown. But, big shout out to Tato Bien today, bro. The packaging was incredible. I love and appreciate you, brother. If you want to dedicate this video, I dedicate this video to your lost brother, bro. So, thank you so much for believing in me. Thank you to everybody for viewing today. Keep you posted. Should have a few more vlogs brewing up. We'll maybe get the motor onto the other cart, Sebi. And then from there, start transitioning over to the brake line tuck. And then maybe the front suspension. I got to get my spindles from Powder Coat Nation 914. And then I'm going to send them up to Cerruti to go get assembled with the Timekins, the Carceps hubs. What do you got, carburetor? Yeah, bring it in. All right, love you guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Please share this video. You're watching history as it goes. This is one-time build. Never touch it again. For me and Sebi, Keep gunning.